Hello. I welcome each and every one of us yet to another interesting edition of Life Realities with Rosalind David. Before we move on, I want to appreciate all my new subscribers. I want to say thank you for believing in me. And I want to urge you, you that are still there, you that have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Why not come on board so we journey together as we discuss and make our life better. All right, today we are going to be looking at how to choose the right partner, the right life partner. We have looked at how a man should prepare for marriage, how a lady should prepare for marriage. So assume you are ready for marriage. The next thing is to make your choice. You have to choose who you want to marry. All right, it's a personal decision. It's a personal choice. You decide who you want to marry then, but you need to be guided. The first thing we are looking at is attraction. Before you can decide to spend the rest of your life with somebody, I tell you it's important that both of you are attracted to each other, physically attracted, that when you begin to look at the partner, there should be things you admire in him or her. It could be either the shape, the way the person is walking, the way the person is even talking. It could be the eyes, it could be the nose, it could be the mouth, it could be the head, it could be just the color, it could be anything, but let there be something attracting you to your partner. Yes, because there is a popular saying in my language that anyare onuerie, meaning that the eyes have to eat first before the mouth will begin to eat. So if a food is not looking good to you, if a food is looking so nasty or somehow, you won't be moved to eat such food, no matter how tasty, no matter how delicious the meal may be. But because it's not looking attractive, you may reject it. So physical attraction is the first thing that attracts people together before you begin to look at the inner attractions. And the inner attraction here is beauty, inner beauty, which is the character. Yes, physical attraction have to deal with the outer beauty of a person. But the next thing that must come into consideration is the inner beauty, which is the character. Because it's the character that can sustain the marriage. I may be beautiful from head to toe, but my character is smelling. So I can be attracted to you in the first instance, but when we begin to move, your character can drive me far away from you. You understand? So after checking the physical attraction, we check the inner beauty, which is the character. Why I'm saying this is because I believe that all God's creations, we are all good, we are all beautiful, we are all wonderfully made. So even if somebody is not even looking enough attractive to you, you can still work on the person to make the person look how you really want the person to look, because everybody is beautiful. Everybody is handsome, so you can work on the person to look as you want the person to look. But for the character, I tell you, some people, something they grow up with. They talk too much. They are so temperamental and all. You just want to begin to work on it. At times, the plane will crash. When you are trying to bend and adjust, there could be a crash. So after being attracted, you have to know how is this person's character is. Is it something I can manage? Is it something I can work with, knowing that every other human being have their limitations? There's no perfect human being anywhere. There is no perfect person anywhere. So you look at the person's character. If it's something good that you know you can work with, you go ahead and make your choice. Then another thing I want us to look at is the interest. We need to have there's every need for us to have common interest. We need to have common interest. What I mean by this is that you have the same type of things that makes you happy. Interest here could be music. Maybe somebody's liking hip hop and you like Christian cool music and all. So when you put your own, the person wants to change the tune of the music. So you see, the interest is not the same. So interest could be on religion, it could be on sports, it could be on music, it could be on politics, it could be on movies, it could be on food, it could be on games, it could be on books, But to some extent, it's true that both of you cannot have the same type of interest in every area. But at least to some extent, let there be common interest. Because if you have common interest on certain things, in the course of you discussing on all those things, in the course of you trying to analyze and explore and learn more on all those things that interest you, you will find out that there will be more bonding. Two of you will bond stronger, and there will be more love, and there will be more memorable events as you journey and age in your marriage. So both of you can gist on your interests without getting bored. For instance, me and my husband, we can discuss on the politics in our country till daybreak without getting bored, because it interests him, it interests me, But if he loves politics and I don't want to hear anything about politics, you see, whenever he brings up the matter and he wants me to respond, I may begin to talk about other things that is not interesting, and then both of us will feel bored. So there is every need that you look at your interest. Do we have the same or common interest in major areas of our life? Because I tell you, I have seen a situation whereby two couples always fight over a remote control of a television. Every time they are fighting over who will hold the remote, because the woman will want to watch the Z Word. For women that always watch Z Word. Yes, so the woman will want to watch Z Word and the man will want to watch sports. And then they'll be dragging the remotes. And maybe it's only one television they have. And even if there is two televisions, couples need to sit together and watch television together and discuss on what they are viewing. That grows their love and bond together. So this couple, every time they are fighting over remote control. And you know what happened? This generated to the extent that the man feel that the woman is not respecting him enough. That this woman doesn't have respect. Why will you be dragging remote with me? And it generated to other aspects of their marriage. And before you know it, they separated, they divorced from remote control. Just because they don't have common interest. Do you understand? If not, even if there is no actually common interest in sports at the same time as in the Z Word, there should be adjustments. You as a husband could adjust and allow your wife to have her way to some extent, and you as a wife should also allow your husband to have his way to some extent. Even though you don't like the sport, you can just watch and laugh to make him happy. And I know that we may not have common interest in every aspect of our life. So in those areas you find out that our interest is clashing, one can adjust to accommodate the other, so we can live in peace. Because if not, little things can create problems that you find it difficult to resolve. All right, having talked about common interest, the next point I would like us to look at is intellectual level. the intellectual level of your partner. How is your partner's IQ? How does your partner reason? When matters are brought up in the family, how is her contributions? Can she be intellectually curious and bring up points that can affect the family positively? Education here is not really the point, because I believe that God endowed each and every one of us with wisdom before education comes. So even if you're maybe just a school cert and your husband is a professor or vice versa, if both of you are intellectually your level of intellectual is high, is at the same level, you can still cope. Yes, it doesn't mean that because I'm a secondarian I should not marry a graduate or a professor, or because I did not go to school at all I should not. What matters here is your intellectual level, your IQ, your reasoning. Are you ready to upgrade? Yes, I've seen people that didn't go to school, they upgraded and they are even better than some graduates. Are you getting me? So your personal God-given IQ, intellectual reasoning, should match with your partner. If not, you will see that both of you will be avoiding each other. You'll be avoiding discussing issues together. You'll be avoiding hanging out together. You'll be avoiding even coming home to relax together, because your voice will be irritating to one another. When I speak, you feel like beating me. I did not do anything wrong, but just because you don't like the way I reason, maybe you're always negative in your thoughts, or you're always positive. Anything can just be irritating when the intellectual level is not balanced. Are you getting me? So it is important that you when you are meeting for the first stage of your relationship, you need to be checking, throwing questions to your partners, to you to know how exposed, how articulate the person is, to know if it's somebody you can cope with. Are you getting me? Because if you don't look at these things, definitely there will be trouble at long run. Another aspect is that in the early stage of the marriage, you need to ask a lot of questions. Ask your potential partner about their family background, about their father, their mother, whether late or alive. At least you have to know how they are, the relations, the sisters, the brothers, have to know about them. Then ask the person about the personal interest. Ask the person about their age. You have to know the real age, if they have been in marriage before or not. Don't just assume that all is right. Don't just assume that it's supposed to be so. No, you need to ask certain things that you may that you really want to know about a potential partner. The type of work or business the person have done before, the level of education, what are their long-term plans, what are they aspiring to become, and how many kids do they want to have. Are they planning to travel abroad or to remain in their country? And so many things, their plans, their dreams, their aspirations, and their inspirations. You need to know all that concerning your partner to be, so that when certain things come up, you will not be taken unaware. You will not be taken unaware. Because I heard about a family that through a society wedding spend money to get married, and they divorced under 1 month. They spent millions to organize a society wedding, and this marriage lasted for just 1 month. And I was asking, what happened? And I discovered that the lady really wants to go abroad to continue her education, while the husband don't want that. And you see, they couldn't, settle this matter. They couldn't work it out. They couldn't, it didn't work, and they separated after spending all the money, after, so many things they have passed through to be at that level of their relationship. So you see, had it been the man asked her these questions, and then they agreed how it would be before even going to formalize their marriage, these things would not have caused their divorce. So when you are preparing for marriage and you are choosing a life, remember, it's life forever till you die. So for you to choose, don't just sweep certain things under the carpet. Don't just close one eye and say it will be well, or I will know what I will do when it gets to that point. Don't feel that this motor is going to Kaduna, along the road I will change the steering. The steering must go back to Enugu or wherever. No, you need to, first of all, you are going to Enugu and this person is going to Kaduna. You can agree from beginning, okay, please, let's go to Kaduna together. When we finish what we want to do in Kaduna, we can now go to Enugu together. Or please, let's go to Enugu together. When we finish what we are doing at Enugu, then we go to Kaduna together. So don't pretend that you don't know where the partner is going, and in your heart you feel that when we get to a point, I will convince him or her to change to my own direction. Such things can crash. You can be disappointed, and it can be damaging to your life because you did not, table it from the beginning. So the last thing I want to say is this: don't expect too much from your partner. Don't expect that you are marrying one cent. There is no cent anywhere. So all of us, every human being, we have our limitations. We have our limitations. So expect that your partner also have his or her own limitations, and then be ready, be prepared to tolerate, amend, and adjust to make life better for both of you. Because if you are looking for one perfect Mr. or Mrs. Right anywhere, they doesn't exist. They only exist in the Z world. But in real life, I tell you, we have our limitations. We should be prepared to tolerate, to amend and adjust and forgive. You should have the heart of forgiving your partner even before the offense comes. Prepare to always forgive, so you live a happy life in this little life that the Lord has given to us. And I pray as we journey into our marriage that the Lord will grant us all a sweet, loving, memorable marriage in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you for watching.